In today's video, we give you an updated review on the Force USA MyRack right after this. Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards, and as I said, this is an updated review on the Force USA MyRack and all the attachments I have to this date. Now, the reason why we're doing this particular updated video, of course, we want to let you know how it's been working for the past few months. And if you followed the workout of the days at Stevie Richards on Instagram, as well as the Force USA Instagram. So check both of those out. They both have good information, workout of the days, and all sorts of cool stuff up on both feeds on Instagram. But I wanted to do this updated review because we have more attachments coming, as I said, but we also have the Force USA Monster G6. So it's the top of the line rack from Force USA. So they're sending it out to me and it's coming pretty much any day. So we're going to get this updated review in. And the big update is that we're actually leaving this room. So this is the second bedroom and we needed to leave it anyway because it's filling up pretty quickly. And now we're going to move everything out into the main living area of my home. So basically, the Force USA MyRack is going to be on this side against one wall, and then the G6 will be basically in the living room on the opposite side of the wall with commercial flooring put down. So it should look a little bit better than having the carpet and everything, and I'll be able to squat on the floor instead of carpet. There's been quite a few people that have pointed out, like, why are you squatting on carpet? And I'm like, I can't really help it, but now I can help it, and I have commercial flooring coming. That's going to be put down, and not just the MyRack, but also the air bike, the power block dumbbells. Everything in here is going to go out into that room. We're going to have a dedicated cardio room with the air bike, with the Diamondback Fitness commercial rower, and the Diamondback Fitness recumbent bike. So it's going to look much more categorized, much more organized than what we have in here. But this has been a blessing to have this space to be able to do kind of the tiny home gym movement type thing. So I was very satisfied with this. And if I was going to keep one rack or the other, the rack would still be in this room, but we're going to have both racks up there. So it's an incredible blessing to be able to have both of those things living in the same living area and be able to use them and create content for both of them. So, but that's why we're going to do an updated review. This is going to sort of be a primer. So now we're going to do this, then we're going to do the G6, then we're going to do a comparison video. So you're going to know from the affordable but high quality Force USA MyRack, and then you're going to go all the way up into the G6. And there are a couple racks in between. So, but the features of this one and the G6, they really do kind of mimic the other ones that are in the line from Force USA. So it's a good choice to have both ends of the spectrum with that. So we're going to take you through all the aspects of the rack, how I feel about using it after a few months, the attachments, the ones I really like. I don't think there's ones I dislike at all, but there's ones I really do like and I feel like are an incredible value for what they bring to the home gym, garage gym. Even if you want to use it in a personal training studio with some light to medium use, this rack will really do you right. So here we are at the front of the rack, and I'm going to talk about two attachments. But before I do that, I really want to talk about how the numbering here is incredible. It's really, really good to have numbering not only on this, but also on the back part of the MyRack. So it might not seem like a big deal, but a lot of the home gym type fitness racks do not have the numbering all the way down. This goes from 1 to 54 on the front and the back. So it's really useful. And let's get into the J cups. These are deluxe J hooks, I should say. These are the deluxe J hooks. These are extra heavy duty ones. They're a little bit more than the standard ones, and I really do prefer them. And they really haven't worn down. You see a little bit of scuffing, if you can see that, but really nothing to really be worried about. And all you do is just put it in here, and just moving it is very, very easy, just like that, and it's locked in. So if you want to upgrade from these, there's a monolift attachment that is coming. So we're going to do a dedicated review to the monolift. So look forward to doing that for sure. So let's talk about the pull-up bar. This is the standard monkey bar, and it doesn't come with one bar. It comes with two. So this is a standard grip, and this is kind of like the fat grip version right here. And really, really cool. The fact that you can actually, depending upon how you configure the MyRack, you can put this pull-up bar back here. Now, usually if you want to do that, you don't want the lat pull down row attachment, and then you can have both pull-up bars here. So it'll be pretty tight. I can't do it with it up here just because it's going to be so tight to that, and if I go out here, you're going to hit your head on one of the bars or the other. But the fact that you can actually put two pull-up stations on the rack is really useful, and I've seen a lot of people do that and then end up using the crossover instead of a pull-down row attachment. So that works out really well. If you choose to have a multiple grip type pull-up bar, there's also this one right here. I'm just going to put it up, or at least near the J-hooks, and you can see all the grips. And this is worn down a little bit from having my ab straps. You can see I've been pretty rough on this, but it's still holding up. It's just a powder coat came off, so not really worried about that right now. And I'm also using that a lot with this, and it hasn't had that same strip of the powder coat. I also have another grip bar coming in, another multi-grip bar. I believe it's the hammer grip bar is coming in, and I'm looking forward to that review because I'll have what you usually see in most gyms is different grips all around, including neutral ones and stuff like that. So a little more conducive to my shoulders and my elbows. This is fine, but it's just one grip or a Volta grip here. So you do have a number of grips you can do, but it's a little bit limited. The other pull-up bar, and I don't even dare try to even order that one, is the Globe grip, and it's for incredible grip strength, and it's a monstrous pull-up bar. So I'm not getting that one. I don't think I'm quite ready for that, especially with some of the wrist and elbow issues I have. So if you want that one's incredible. It's definitely worth the price, and I've seen a live video of that thing. Pretty, I mean, if you thought these pull-up bars are adorable, that is a kick-ass pull-up bar with the Globe grip. So if you want to go with that one, that may be the one for you. Okay, let's work our way around the side of the MyRack. And here we have the Force USA commercial bumpers. These are in kilograms here, and they are planning to update these to have kilograms as well as pounds. So I'm always trying to figure it out and do some kind of conversion. That's the one thing with these commercial bumpers that I do not like, but they're going to rectify that with the kilograms on one and also the pounds on the other. They even have talked to me about possibility of doing what Rogue and other companies do, where you see the color here, they're going to make the whole bumper the color and then have the text in here be a different color. So, you know, you can identify the bumpers much easier, and you can identify them based on thickness pretty easily. But if it's a situation where you're loading them like this, 2, 3, or 4, having the colored bumpers, you know, the blues are this, the greens are this, the yellows are this. So it makes it a little bit easier to do that. So I'm going to take the 15 kilograms off here, and you can see the weighted plate holders. And this is something that's really cool, and you have to kind of figure it out on your own how you're going to have it set up, because I have the safety tube here, and I'll get to that in a second. But the weighted plate holders, you basically pull the pin out, and you will try to figure out where to put the bumpers to where they don't get in the way of certain exercises. So if you're going to squat, you know, and you're shorter, like my wife, you're not going to put it here because the 45 is where she puts the J-hooks. So you're not going to do that on the front or the back of this. So you want to just be careful in regards to that. And that's why these have worked out. And it's trial and error. So holds in pretty good. Just got to make sure it's tight. There's a little thing here for an Allen wrench. And there's a little bit of play here, but it's nothing big. And just take the bumper plates or standard plates. You can take regular plates too, and those fit on here just fine. Your standard 2-inch plate holders. And I even put my hex collar in there to kind of just be there when I need it. And it's really useful, space saver beyond any imagination. I had a weight tree in here, and you can think about that. If you look at the older videos, I had the weight tree in here, and it took up a ton of room. And you know, this saves the room. Also, the G6 has plate storage built into it, I think, in the back. So we're going to take a look and compare this to that when both racks are up, and I'll be able to see which I prefer. So here are the safety tubes here, and like I was saying before, you kind of have to use trial and error with what you want to do in regards to this. So especially with a safety tube, you know, you're using it for safety, obviously, but also if you want to use it for rack pulls, it's going to be a little tricky because the bumpers get in the way of the rack pull. Yeah, so that's something. I haven't used these for rack pulls, and actually there's a front spotter arm that's coming that I'm going to use for shrugs, for rack pulls, stuff like that. But if you have it to a point where the safety spotter arm, or that's the front one, this is the safety tube. The tube is where you want it. You can do your rack pulls and get the barbell in and out very efficiently. Not really a big deal there. Also, if you see down here, there's numbers. This supports band pegs, so you can put band pegs in here, and then you can use variable resistance training with the resistance bands in here, and they sell the pegs, I believe, in sets of 4. And as we go to the other side, you'll see it's not just for band pegs, but there's an attachment, probably one of my favorite ones that I use for that. But you can hook up band pegs here and really take your resistance training to the next level. All right, now we're on the inside of the rack, and this, like I said before, is one of my favorite attachments here. This is the core trainer. It's just a landmine attachment. You put the barbell in here, either a standard barbell or even a smaller one, and you can see it's hooked right up to where the band peg goes. So initially I had it on number 1, but because of the barbell and the size of this room, I could kick it all the way back. Right now it's on 5. I can kick it all the way back to 9 and then have the barbell come out on a different angle if you really are limited in space. And the beauty of that, just put it up against there, it's never in the way. You saw the My Bench was in here. It's never in the way of doing anything. And in fact, you can do rotational training. Also, you can do landmine stuff where you're doing rows, which actually comes with a row handle. And I'm going to get that row handle real quick. So this is one of the things that I really like the Force USA does, and I'll get to it in another attachment as well, is you get the landmine attachment here, the My Core Trainer, but it also gives you a handle here to do T-bar rows. So the fact that when I buy this, it gives me something, and they're not trying to nickel and dime me, and I basically am ready to go once I buy an attachment, is really, really cool. And we're going to get the lat pull down low row attachment, which is the same model there. Buying that gives you pretty much everything you need to go. So this T-bar row, you know, they sell it for like 20, 30, 40 bucks on Amazon, depending upon the brand you get, or even more. And the fact that this is pretty much a little bit more than that and includes the row handle, it's pretty freaking cool to me. So I want to come around to the side here and show not only the lat pull down thing, but I want to also show the barbell storage. So I'm going to bring the camera down. It's going to be a little jittery. And you can see here, barbell storage on that side, and also on that side where the curl bar is. But also there's the low row, and it sticks out about 20 inches. And if you're going to have bumper plates like here, it's going to stick out a little bit more. So regular plates are fine, but you need to kick it out from the wall a little bit extra if you're going to have bumper plates. So about 20 inches. I don't know if this pull down row machine or attachment is going to survive the move out there, meaning that if it's too far out and the racks are too close together, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But I'm hoping that it all stays intact. We'll see what happens. But you can see the low row attachment there. The weighted plate holders are built into there. And as you come up here, and it wasn't that bad to put together. It wasn't that bad to put together. Here's the upper part and the pulley system. As I come back down here one more time, I just want to show you something. And I did a video for Force USA. As I come around here, every time you go to use the lat pull down row attachment, make sure there's a bolt here on the inside. And I'm going to take this plate off and show you. There's a bolt right here on the inside. You make sure it's tight, because when it's not tight, it's just going to come up and then the whole thing's going to fall apart. And that actually happened to me once. So really good to know to not have that happen. So while we're here though, I'm going to show the attachments that come with the lat pull down row attachment. Comes with a standard wide grip pull down bar, and also a low row one, which is a, you know, kind of not the basic V one that you're used to with seated rows, that one I bought. But like I said, once you buy the attachment, these come with it and it's basically ready to go. So you're ready to start your workouts, start your exercises, start doing your rows, your pull downs, all that stuff. So it really is a great value for that. And just speaking on the G6, it actually has storage. So all this stuff you see on the floor will be stored up in the back of the G6. So that's an advantage of that. But for the money, the MyRack is definitely a great value. You can do pegboards or whatever to get this stuff off the floor. This monstrosity is the dip handles from Force USA for the MyRack. This is, once again, probably my favorite one for cost and also build quality. Just like the MyRack core trainer, the landmine attachment, it's a really heavy duty piece of steel. This one's very versatile. It's really heavy. It tends to look pretty wide, so it might be even too wide for you if you come in all the way close to here. But the cool part about it is, you see how we have the J-hook here. So say I wanted to go, I'd say right here on the side. If I don't want to go in the front, which I could totally do and hook it up here, but say there's not enough room or I have equipment or I'm going back and forth at a workout of the day, the cool part is I can come in to the side here, still keep the J-hook where I need it, go right in here and I'm ready to go. And you want to go lower, obviously less holes here to do this, and you have to take it in to account like where the weighted plate holders are. If they're up here, you're going to be limited here. But I've seen people actually just leave this up, just put the dip bar over here out of the way and keep it attached to the rack, which is totally fine, and it stays out of the way of all the exercises mostly that you want to do here. So this is one of the most affordable attachments that they sell. So this and the landmine attachment, between the two of them, you're talking about $100 or a little bit more. I mean, that's just insane for these kinds of attachments with this build quality. Welds are good, it's held up, and I got this pretty much right after I got the MyRack, so I've had them both for a few months. Really cool stuff. I'm really stoked about just these attachments that, you know, and there's 20 of them, probably going to grow from there, so pretty happy about it. Now, I just want to touch really quickly on the Force USA MyBench, because once again, this is a product that comes with the attachments included. You're ready to go. Most benches don't even have the ability to do this stuff, to have a leg curl, leg extension attachment, and also have a preacher curl attachment. Both of these are heavy duty attachments. The bench is really heavy duty. As a matter of fact, it's in some ways, it's too big. It's too bulky, too tall. And the first gem, which I have here, is too high at 24 inches. They're supposed to release a version 2 if they haven't already. I believe brings it down to 18 inches. That's a lot more manageable for people that are my wife's height. Even me, my feet barely touch the floor. So this one is really high quality, but they've addressed some of the problems with the height, even the length. It's a little bit shorter on version 2, which you may prefer. I thought, oh yeah, it's a monstrous bench, so I'm gonna love it. But it has been a little bit challenging with this. But as far as the attachments are concerned, the ergonomics are great on those. Preachers on this is amazing. Leg curls is really good. I can't say enough good things for just under $400, which some benches don't even come with the ability to do incline, flat, and decline, much less have these attachments. Really good stuff. So that's just an updated review on the Force USA MyRack, along with a little quick updated review on the Force USA MyBench. This is the way it's probably going to look for a little bit. We're going to have to move everything out there. The process starts now. So the next review will probably be a full assembly review along with an initial workout review of the Force USA Monster G6 functional trainers. So that's going to come in a huge box. There's going to be a lot of trips, a lot of stuff going back and forth, putting the flooring down. We'll try to figure out a cool way to time lapse it. If not, I will just document as I go along the process for you and also for me when I move and I have to disassemble it and then reassemble it again. I want to make sure I have all the steps documented correctly in order to have a really easy process and of course not damage a $4,000 rack. Then I'll have to get parts or get repaired or do anything like that. So it's going to be a tedious process, but it's going to be well worth it. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching all of these videos. Please leave a comment below. Please subscribe. Please check that out. And if all this stuff is an incredible blessing and tons of equipment, if it's way too much for you or you want something affordable, accessible, check out the 12-week resistance band training program at StevieRichardsFitness.com. Thank you guys. God bless you. Have a great day.